Thank you, Mr. Speaker. This government has a long history of trampling on the values of the Canadian Charter rights and those in the Alberta Human Rights Act. Whether it's Mr. Klein's refusing to recognize sexual orientation, or Premier Stelmach's Bill 44, and now this government's Education Act, by its passing, groups of people are under the misguided notion that gay, lesbian, and transgender students do not need to be specifically stood up for. To the Minister of Education, is the Minister aware that in our schools, children who are gay and lesbian, transgendered, or even those who are believed to be, are being targeted for bullying in our schools?
Honourable Minister.
Mr. Speaker, first thing I want to say is that it's inappropriate that anyone would think that a child could bring on or brings on bullying by how they dress or who they choose to love. And I was disappointed, and as a parent, I'm offended that anyone would insinuate that my kids should hide who they are under any circumstances. And as a minister, I expect, and this government expects, that every trustee in the province is going to be devoted to protecting the rights of every one of Alberta's children, because any bullying of any time, at any place, for any reason is unacceptable, and that's reflected in the new Alberta Education Act.
Yeah.
Well, given that last night at the ASBA meetings, trustees overwhelmingly voted against a motion that would have recognized the fact that gay, lesbian, transgendered students are being bullied at rates much higher than others, what will this minister do to ensure that school boards and trustees are taking this issue seriously?
Good question.
You know, Mr. Speaker, it is a good question. And our system, our education system, is not governed by an ASBA resolution. It's not governed by the comments of one trustee. It's governed by the Education Act. And this Education Act that we've just passed has one of the strongest in the country with respect to bullying. It's got a strong definition of bullying in diversity and respect in Section 16. It talks about all programs and instructional materials must reflect, promote understanding and respect for others. It establishes and codifies a Bullying Awareness and Prevention Week. Under board responsibilities, it requires a board to develop a code of conduct that contains many elements, including one or more statements that address the prohibited grounds of discrimination set out in the Alberta Human Rights Act.
Honourable Member.
Well, the minister knows full well the way he passed that Education Act leaves wiggle room, and there's people out there who don't believe they have to follow the Human Rights Act. Given that many trustees in this province appear to be under the misguided notion that our gay and lesbian transgender students do not face increased amounts of bullying, will this minister commit to ensuring that any school in this province, if the students wish to have a gay positive club, they will be allowed to start one with support of his ministry?
Good question. Honourable Minister.
Mr. Speaker, we want to protect and support every Albertan in this education system. And I want to just emphasize that this new act requires school boards to have a code of conduct, and everyone in that school division, including the trustees, will be required to accommodate and comply with that code of conduct, and if not, it gives boards the ability to remove those trustees. Mr. Speaker, I'll even go further, and I'll call on all parties in this House to support us in our protection of members of the gay and lesbian community from bullying at any time, and that this important issue and timely issue will, I hope, be discussed at the upcoming convention of the official opposition.